Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful day in the Borderlands universe, the hopeful planet of Pandora. How's everybody doing today? I'm gonna get into some rants straight away about caffeine, but before we get there, I was thinking we haven't been to the bank in a while, and so just gonna check it out. And apparently, and I've done a lot of digging up today. Okay, I've done a lot of prep for today's session. It looks like, unfortunately, level 10 is the biggest. Ooh, look at that! So I bought that, and it didn't reset my money. So which means that all the things that I've been selling have been counting, which was a big thing I wanted to test from yesterday's session. So that's awesome for me. Right. So apparently 42 is the maximum amount. So it makes me a little sad that we can't keep absolutely everything in the bank, and there's still so much more that we need to grab. But it's fine. We'll survive. So starting off with, I think the Iridian weapons, I want to leave them all here because I dislike the rarity discrepancy there. So boom, you can go, and then I think next are the uniques. There we go. And then everything else, it's like it's a whatever, I think, mostly for me. I think we can maybe dump the... Oh, no, that's it. That's the bank. Oh, also something that I, from the mod that I've been using, this whole time, I could have accessed the bank from anywhere. So, we learn things every day. I was also checking more things that the mod allows me to do. And apparently there's some there's some keybinds that I haven't paid attention to. Potentially. So I want to test it out. Also, something I want to test out really quickly. Maybe I was wrong whenever I was testing this mod before starting the playthrough. Just unequip, enter. Oh. Can you just go into an empty, whoops, empty inventory slot? Thank you. I want to see. Oh! I could have been using these the whole time? Oh my god, look at that. So that's speedrun tech right there. That means that we can get, propulsed by these grenades. We take no damage. Okay. Alright. Look, it's... There's a lot of things that I've been missing out on, apparently. And this is something that, you know what? This means we don't need this longbow anymore. Because the only reason I was saving that was specifically for skipping Nox DLC later on. So I'm having a good time. So I did a lot of digging up, as it were. Because I was like, there's no way, right? Yesterday I'll admit it wasn't like a very thorough. Rolling Surkov. This feels like something that I didn't look down. Volcano's fine. We know that we have that ad nauseum. These two weapons right here. They make me feel a certain sort of way, but I don't think we're gonna be using them too much since they're so low in level. But I do like their existence. Fuck it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it a little bit. Keep it a little bit. Masher, you've seen better days, because we got a better one, right? Steel shotgun, we can safely sell that. That's not a problem whatsoever. What else? Another shotgun here. It's fine. You got immediately immediately replaced last time. I think I'm just saving these class mods simply because I'm a little bit of a hoarder. So I just like that we've had one of each type that is, seems somewhat good. I'm not saying they're gonna save our lives. And then this masher. Our master is just simply better, correct? There's no denying it. Yeah, other than a little bit of right, the fire rate. You know what? The fire rate was pissing me off a little bit, but you know what? We'll live. It's we're learning new strategies. We're getting used to new things, and that's what life is all about. We're in a constant changing motion. Uh, you know, whenever you go over and you skip a rope. No, maybe. Look, I tried to do a little bit of a witticism there, but it just immediately fell flat as as I struggled to keep it up even like believable in my mind. So hold because I have so many tabs open. Simply because I was like, I gotta be able to do something. I gotta be able to. There has to be a way to power level, and there is. The method that we're gonna be using. Well, first we're gonna go to the Nox DLC and see if things are kind of our level. So apparently things in the Nox DLC only level up to 61. It's the only DLC that doesn't scale with you once you finish the story. All the other DLC should possibly scale up with us, and then once we beat the Nox DLC, then everything in the Nox DLC will scale with us. Apparently until then, they're all level 61, so I think the Nox DLC is going to be our next victim. We'll see if we are level appropriate for it. And then, right? So this is the plan for today, okay? We are going to be wait a second. If this gives me that. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Because apparently the mod that I got also allows you to teleport over to Nox. The back door? Is this it? Am I crazy? Allows us to teleport to the Crimson Fastness. No, Salt Flats. We're in. give me a second. Okay. So apparently the Essentials mod also adds a teleport to Cromrax and Nox Armory. Apparently there's also an Oasis Hub TP, but I don't to avoid like things breaking. I don't think I got that. But I might have done. Oasis Hub TP. What is this? So let's try to find firstly the teleport for Descent, Iridium Promontory, the vault. No. So where is this located? Where am I supposed to I see. Scrap Oasis pump. Okay. Alright, that's not a problem. Auto loot containers and Oasis stuff are optional. But wait. Oh, right, it's transfusion. It's I know we're starting off a little bit slow, but okay, maybe I should be talking while I'm doing this, this is such a stupid, like, I've just been reading. I'm so sorry for putting you through this so far. So I'm looking at the mod that I have, the Essentials mod that I've been using through this entire playthrough, right? The gameplay changes that it has are several. The one that I'm looking at is there's an Oasis map hub added to the added back into the fast travel list, but I haven't done that, so we're skipping that for now. Jumping in phase walk, earlier fast travel unlock, after buying a shield from Zed, that's what we learned last time. Mission reminders, oh no, that's bad, I need that. we have more increased mid-air movement, and then, so the main features here, new binds added to the setting menu. So this is apparently game options? No, do requests. Startup movies. Launcher, Windows key. Jesus Christ, don't be showing my IP address on stream, please. So mouse and keyboard. And then, so apparently in key bindings we should have, here we go, fast travel and bank. Okay, so it looks like the fast traveling to the Nox Armory and Cromrax is just not something we have until we get the Oasis hub installed. All right, cool. We've look. I'm trying to step up my game, and I knew that this whole like leveling bit felt a little slow for me. So here's the plan. I think I wrote it down somewhere. We are doing, and this is going to be the plan for all characters. Again, with Roland and Brick, I wanna do a little bit of speed running, hopefully. So like get the routes for that by watching it before the stream, right? But for my little boy Mordecai, we want to get to level 69, hopefully today, because apparently where there's a will, there's a way. It puts me in the back door once more. Crimson Fastness? Am I crazy? This is where you fight Sledge, right? Am I insane? I might be insane. Where is this? Where are we? Crimson Fastness. Crimson Fastness? Yeah. This is part of just the main mission. Yeah. This is to get to the final place. Okay, sorry, I'm confusing myself so much. Right, so you beat the game, then you beat the game again, then we go to General Nux DLC from what I said earlier, simply because things there is the only DLC where things don't scale up to your level immediately. Anyways, it only scales up to level 61, so there's no point in us just going to level 61 and then do the DLC anyways, because we're just gonna have to we're gonna have to reform everything anyways, right? So we might as well come in as
for my own security.
early as possible. Where even are you? I have too many quests now. Whoops, maybe I should have gone a different way. Tetanus Warren.
Or you must jump through a hoop or two. Talk to the mechanic. He knows where to find me.
Okay.
And a word of caution: don't touch him if you ever want to eat with your hands again.
Yeah, I know my brother Scoots. Ah, here we go. Thank you for the quest. My minimap has been shrunk. I was looking at that. Right. So what level are we? Is it scaling up to our current level? Perhaps. It is in many ways. Okay, so that's the plan. We're doing this. We're saving the actual General Nox missions. No, but wait. Then we might need to do the armory farming with like one of the secondary quests, because we need to finish the DLC for everything within it to scale with us.
Also, big old tank of nitrous and one of them fancy exhaust booger things. You know what it does, man.
All right. So my little rant about caffeine, right? You might have noticed that I'm not my high energy self. And again, it's not like a persona I put on. It's usually just how I feel at the time. I've been like
Oh,
I know
smoking Jesus titties,
we've
cinnamon
coined the
is a
term minning last time
monster.
for drama
There's
minning.
gonna be swerve.
I've been caffeine minning for like the better part of my life. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. And I know that puts like a dampener.
Available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Yeah. I know that puts a little bit of a dampener on my simply on my ability to exist in many ways. On my ability to you know, get there as fast as possible, get my neurons firing as fast as they should be. But look, for some reason, and I don't know why, and it goes against everything I stand for.
Well, shoot, looks like
This-
the passenger seat's gonna have to go
shit.
bye-bye to fit that bad boy in there. I'll get to work on that right now.
Oh god. This fire rate is really fucking with me. Especially because I have to aim. I can't just. Oh, I don't know if this is worth it, you know, because it does feel like
An
I'm
Omega
just on one
Sensu
shot.
order has been issued for you. There will be 5 teams assembled
Found
to
it.
guarantee the objective is successful.
So I'm not a huge
That
like
was the
caffeine
first.
guy.
The Omegas
Simply
are relentless
because
and highly trained.
I just wasn't,
The
you know,
elite's
it's
elite.
not a vice
The
that
only
I
advantage
indulged
you have
in
is that their
as a
top
youngin,
operative
nor
recently
whenever I was in my university
left
days.
their employ.
I am kind of just like very
Stay
used
alert.
to raw dogging
Athena
life.
out.
And so whenever I like okay, and this is weird. I have a lot of nights I have what has been coined by our wonderful generation as like revenge sleep something, where, you know, because of a little bit of the autism, a little bit of the ADHD, as you go throughout your day,
What can I do for you? Just who the hell are
as you go
these
throughout your
red
day,
soldiers
you
anyway?
there are certain parts that you want to kind of take control. And since you can't, and since you are at the,
Give me
you
a
know,
shout
mercy
if I can
of
help
other people, or
You know
mercy
what you
of
need to know.
events and things like that, it does mean
I
that
always tell
you
you
end
the
up
versatile.
not
Bring
getting
'em
the
on back and we'll
free
get you
time that your
rolling.
body or your brain feels like you deserve. Again, very ego Andy of our brain to just simply take control of us like that. But there's very little we can do about it. And so whenever you go to bed, you can't sleep because your brain is like, hey, look, you know, I haven't had free time all day. This is the only time I have to myself. I'm gonna force you to stay awake and enjoy this free time, even if you're not enjoying it. And so sleeping, my problem isn't with waking up. My problem is mostly with sleep. If I sleep at a reasonable time, I usually am able to wake up without any trouble.
Marcos here. I've got an
And we'll get into
opportunity for
a little
you.
bit more personal
Come
stuff.
see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
I'm uploading specs. You know, it's because of some medications and things like that. My sleep schedule is a little bit better, but it also means that I lose my natural ability to wake up in the morning like fucking ready to go. So I remember, and this is something that would piss my ex off a little bit, because this was before I was on my meds. I was able to like go to sleep, you know, 11, maybe midnight. Midnight was like my hard cutoff in university in my attempt to get my life in order a little bit. It worked out for me because of this innate ability that I have to. Oh, hold on. I think Marcus said he wanted to speak with us, correct? And then there's probably some shit at the bounty board. I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing all of these side quests, but I do like collecting them.
Come on in
And so I would be able to, whenever I wake up, if I'm not medicated, I am ready to go. Ooh. Hold. Ready to wake up. I'm putting that as a pin on my brain so we can go back straight to that. But give me my Tony. Yes, my current checklist. Orion, this looks new to me. And it is. And it is. Let's go, baby. Look, I am counting because there's no like guaranteed drops in this game. I count finding them in machines as part of unlocking them, okay? Let's go, man. That's fucking sick. So yeah, I would wake up ready to go, right? And this would give me a little bit of an advantage for sure, because you know, and this is not something I necessarily agree with. The world is very morning person rotated, right? Just like it's made for neurotypical people, it's also made for people who like waking up in the morning. Which I don't personally agree with. I think, you know, we should have like a, you know, the. Why can't I? Oh. What's happening? Why are you thinking? Oh, I'm such a dumbass. I was trying to press left and right to rotate, and I forgot that you aim with your fucking mouse in this huge brain game. Oh, we can do this. Oh god, this is fucking awful. Oh, right. Before we carry on with the, you know, morning people are ruling the world. They're the 1%ers that we should all burn down. Let's do this. Yesterday we forgot. I would have dubbed it like a legendary Mordecai, something to that degree. Today we're doing a little bit of speed leveling. We're doing speedster, so more speed. Hi. Yeah, I like that. And we're red because we're fast as lightning. We're kachowing. So we have the kachow color scheme. I'm happy with this. This is good. This is good to me. As well, so let's first make sure that we are confirming and exiting. Wait for that to load. Perfect. Or save. And now we reset ourselves because a little birdie told me that you know, this tree is fun and all, and we definitely still want to take these. And I'm look, this is non-negotiable. Okay, I don't care how bad it is. Whenever we start farming, so I'm not gonna do it now, but whenever we start farming at the Iridium Promontory, we're getting Trespass, baby. Trespass is gonna be our bread and butter. 80% chance to penetrate shields plus 4% bullet damage. We're gonna, or 5% bullet damage, 100% chance to penetrate shields. We're gonna go off, baby. Oh, we're gonna go off. And so we're probably going to forego, you know, these last two bozos here, and we'll just go straight into these two. This bad boy, and then we're. Well, actually, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, Relentless, right? It's the only thing we'd be losing. Obviously, the fire rate comes in clutch too. Let's fucking do it now. Let's do it now. Why not? Why not? We've been one build Andy for the biggest amount of time, so let's get a little bit of excitement back into our lives. So let's reset ourselves. Yes. And let's begin. So, we go accuracy for sure. And then we take these two bozos. Because, look, sniper rifle, we're not using that. And magazine, we're not using that. So we might as well just get the experience. We're farming anyways, right? So it fits. And then, of course, my love. Everything that is good to me. Absolutely. And then we can do a little bit of gun crazy. So we can do a little bit of this. Yeah, I mean, the heals is nice to have. Maybe we don't need it. It's not something that we need to huff on. But yeah, let's see how this feels. So let's go over what we have. We have 25% extra accuracy. We have 25 experience bonus whenever I kill an enemy with a critical hit, which hopefully should be most times. Kill skill of increasing our damage and reload speed, and then shields mean nothing to us, which means that we should be absolutely destroying every human being that we encounter. Now, is that going to be a fact? I don't know. Oh, right, so this doesn't like show me to every single one that I need to go to, right? Or does it? I can't remember. I think I had to like find them myself, no? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Shields mean nothing. Oh. Ooh, Rayuli. So morning people kind of rule the world, right? And it's not necessarily fair. Worked out for me once upon a time. But now I have been medicated. So that's the thing, right? I cannot sleep. That's, and whenever I do sleep, I sleep for 4 hours. I might wake up entirely fine, but I would like to sleep on my own terms rather than whenever my body wants to. And so, oh, 1 second. So yeah, I can't sleep without medication, correct? Because my body simply, look, I will admit, between me and my brain, I have the weakest of wills. Now, in many ways, our brain, and this is something I've thought a lot about. Like, isn't it creepy that we are like this gray mass with like several little tendons that we like to call, you know, our nervous system or whatever? Like, that's who we are. Like, everything around us is just like a flashback, right? Like our fucking, even our eyes, maybe not our eyes, maybe our eyes are part of the monstrosity. But like, you know, our bones, our hands, our meat, our fat, our blood, like, it's all just like, to make the brain work, right? Like, in reality, if you think about it, we are like a tiny gray like alien that is like controlling a body, right? Like, this is something I've thought quite a bit about, and it's always freaked me out how we are our nervous system. We aren't really like, you know, you might consider your body like as part of you, but it's really not in a way. At least not your consciousness, right? Like right now, the only reason I'm talking is because my brain has the right wiring to control my voice box, to control the muscles around my face, to control my speech pattern and recognition, you know? Like, it's kind of fucked up. It's always made me like a little bit upset just with how like freaky it is. And I apologize if you hadn't thought about it that way yet. And I've just imparted to you some cursed knowledge. But look, strife breeds, you know, whatever, whatever they say. I'm not gonna pretend to know. I was creating it in my head, quite frankly, so nobody might say it. And so yeah.
Hey, Scooter here. Just a heads up, those Crimson D-bags set up some
Since
roadblocks
I
on the highway.
am drug
Just
dependent
get
to
your murder
sleep.
on and we'll pretend nobody saw nothing.
Nowadays, whenever I wake up, I'm a little bit more groggy. You know, I feel the weight of society on my shoulders as soon as my eyes open in the morning. I realize... Okay, you can't hear that. I realize that, I'm not 100% all there whenever, I'm on these meds. But it's for the best because, you know, it means that I get a full night's sleep. I don't feel as tired during the day. I don't take as many naps during the day, which is something that was a little bit destroying me in terms of like my morale and my energy levels. And so, this is all to say, oh, I'm sorry, did I kick you guys out of your vehicle? Oh my god, you guys are doing so much damage, bye. Sorry. I thought vehicles meant something in this fucked up world of ours. And so, to, you know, whenever I'm not on caffeine these days, I feel it. I feel mostly the brain power to generate words, right? Because otherwise I'm kind of okay, you know, my eyelids might be a little bit heavy or whatever, but I'm surviving. Like, there's nothing... Extra XP, baby. Probably not be doing any more of these side quests because they'll all be leveled up to our level later anyways. So it's not something we need to massively worry about. And so yeah, this is my. That's why I'm a little bit calmer today potentially, and I'm not like as hooked up on legal cocaine. Black cocaine. Is that what you call coffee? Is that what everybody calls coffee? I think that's what everybody calls coffee, right? Hey! I'm supposed to be bypassing your shield. I am bypassing your shield. Sorry. Go blood. I hate this speed. I should not have sold my last smasher. In fact, can I buy it back? I'm regretting my decision, and I know I had a better masher before, like after that, potentially. But oh my god, I'm okay. I'm persevering, okay? I'm getting used to it. It just, let me also complain about it, okay? That's what life is about. We live to complain, and like we're never happy with our current state. We can always be doing better. Even if you're at the top of the world, you could always be doing a little bit better, Hedonic treadmill, anybody? The infinite pursuit, the endless pursuit of happiness. You know what I'm talking about? Will Smith, Jaden Smith, Smith genre movie, the first Smith-like. Hello, Transfusion. Welcome back to the party. Hello. See, that's my. Ugh, Jesus. And also, it doesn't help that my throat, doesn't disagree quite a bit. Or disagrees, not doesn't disagree. Isn't it kind of fucked up how many, like, false negatives? Like, why are they adding math into English? Like, into language in general? Like, I hate this, like, double negative makes a positive. I didn't do nothing. No, wait, that's a double didn't do nothing. That's like a negative, positive, negative or something. I don't know. I don't feel in my brain to handle all of these, like, metaphysical discussions about the world, life, or anything. 42? And play video games at the same time? We just look. Bloodwing, please. You need to find your own way, man. Please tell me you're, like, doing something. You just came back to me, didn't you? You're in my pocket right now? You're flying around me. You're flying around me and you're making me upset. But yeah, whenever I am, like, hooked up on the black cocaine, though, I don't get it twisted. I really, it's all genuine. At least, I might be kidding myself. I might be, like, lying to myself, but I don't think I am. My reactions are very genuine. I'm not playing anything up for the YouTube persona, like, what's up, everybody? I don't, like, if I got the energy to do it, I naturally get into that state. And I don't know why. I think I've just kind of always been a bit of a energy hooked up kid. Like, I got an IV drip straight to sugar rushes at all time in my life. And so yeah, that's pretty much the brunt of it. That's my caffeine arc possibly done. So yeah, every time I've been streaming for the last week and a half, I've been drinking, like, a Red Bull before the stream. Is there coffee in the house? Yeah, could I drink it? Possibly, but I don't feel the need for it. I'm happy just existing for the time being. And yeah, I think that's a nice little bow to tie on. Okay, you die. I then need to deal with you. Take your blood. Okay, we need to segment stuff. We need to partition? Compartmentalize. We need to compartmentalize our Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude, this badass is fucking me up, man. Whoa, what is that? Oh, Guardian. We've had a Guardian before. That's no biggie, no biggie. Whoa, hello. Can I just say, bypassing shield kind of got it. I wish I would have been using this earlier. I imagine many of you Mordecai fans out there have been yelling at me to get that done. Where did you go, brother? What happened? Did someone suffer a little bit? Did someone die while I wasn't looking? Mini transfusions. Oh my god, an upgrade already? Holy. We're swimming in them, brother. What's up, brother? I loved that trend. I wish it had lasted longer. I know it hasn't left the conscious eye. I know in many ways it will be with us forever. But, you know, shout out to my boy, my favorite porn star Sketch for bringing that into our lives. I think he was the one who did it, right? Was it? Also, isn't it crazy how, like, all viral trends, or, you know, things that, you know, like the skibbity toilet and stuff like that, are made by, like, one person that doesn't know they're gonna get crazy? Like, I know we had that to some extent back in the day with, like, you know, I'll be back. And, like, one-liners in movies that would constantly get quoted. And I know it's, you know, you might not know this, but the term for this stuff is, like, the zeitgeist. Or, you know, a kind of a shared consciousness a little bit. Where, since we're all consuming kind of the same media, and by virtue of just living at the same time, we all have, like, the same references that we can back up. And, like, you know, depending on your on your work and stuff like that, it gets even more, like, you know, it becomes something called jargon. Which essentially means that, you know, in your sphere, there are certain words that mean certain things that for other people just might be either entirely different meanings or just have no meaning whatsoever. And so it'd be a very strange thing to encounter. So, for example, you know, saying "you're so skibbity" is a very, you know, generational difference parlance, where you might not know what it means, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have any meaning. You know what I mean? It gets a little complicated.
All right.
It's
This is General Knox.
hello, General Knox.
And
Yeah, I've always been very, you know, social linguistics is something that I've talked about it before. It really helped me understand social cues and why people say the things that they say. But it's really cool to start getting into, you know, more specialized stuff and seeing how different people talk to each other. There's a guy on TikTok, I don't know his name right off my head, but he talks about a lot about, like, linguistics in general. And I always find it so interesting, man. Like, he recently talked about how, like, there was a Discord server that was the first place to create its own, like, regionalized pidgin. So, like, it was a bunch of people from all over the world creating a language that they, like, so long as you're understood, you're doing it right, essentially. There's, like, you know, it's not a hard rules for the language, but it is in a way, because, you know, there has to be some understanding. So the entire server speaks in that language, and it's really cool. It's got like 50 people or so in it that are, like, what's the name, that are fluent in it. And you might be thinking to yourself, like, what's the usefulness of that? Like, isn't that just the same as learning Klingon or whatever? And my criticism to you is, what's the point of anything, man? Like, we're all God's children. You know, it's interesting. It's just human fucking behavior, brother. That's what's interesting about it. It's the fact that someone who is, like, made of the same stardust as you, and in many ways is, like, you know, 90% just the same as you, other than, like, a couple of DNA code sequences. Like, these people are you, simply raised in a different place. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is the same in their uniqueness, in a way. We're all mutants, but that's what makes us cool. So that's the point of it, man. It exists because it's cool. It exists because it's, you know, what's the point of learning any language that isn't really spoken, you know? Like, learning Klingon has the same usefulness these days as learning, like, Latin or some shit. You know, I'm sure you can find, like, a hold. I'm sure you can find, like, a, you know, a purpose as a Klingon knower, such as, you know, as at a as a consultant in a couple of episodes of The Big Bang Theory or something like that. Like, there you go. You have like some. You matter. You have a little bit of meaning to your life. You know, experts of all kinds of things are always kind of cool. Can you stop like fucking doing that shit, Hera? You Greek ass? No. Greeks have the cool names. Romans are the ones who just appropriated all that shit and made it all boring. And it's only boring because it's the parlance we use nowadays, right? Like, we use, not Zeus, we use, like, you know, Jupiter and shit for the planets. So whenever you learn the cool, like, Roman god names, by that point, you... God, Hera, thank you for being stuck in a barrier for, like, half a second. Oh my god, I hate this weapon. I hate this weapon so much. The fact that I have to line up every shot and just wait a million years is insane to me. I need a new masher like yesterday. And I know, you know what? Let's start using the shotgun, I think. Let's get that bad boy going.
If it's you, I already told you your money is no good. Oh.
What was I talking about?
You won't need your money here.
We're all Stardust? Something like that? Man, that's, you know, this might be a little crazy to say, but
But a good kidnapping is never
as an autistic person, I always had a really rough time understanding and
seen the fight she put up.
and like, it's way more nuanced than that, right? Like I clearly understand, because this is a topic that's of interest to me, right? You know, racism. Like, clearly there's, like, you know, a survival based thing for it if you're living in like tribes, right? So that's probably why we have that, you know, anything that is different is bad because it's not like our tribe as we grow over. Like, an us versus them mentality is something that is just at the core of our humanity. At the core of our humanity. And so, you know, I understand at its core what racism is all about, but like, there's just no point of it in today's world, you know? Like, we're not fighting for resources. Like, we're just fighting the 1%ers of everything, right? We're fighting the people who hoard all of the microchips. We're fighting the people who hoard all the money. We're not fighting, like, fighting amongst ourselves is such a waste of time. Like, you're such a little beta if you look at someone's skin color and you're like, boo, like, that's something, you know what I mean? Like, I understand why racism exists as a survival-based instinct, but I don't know why it's still around, because it just makes no sense. Again, and I understand that, like, a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, of course it does. Like, people are just assholes. Like, I get that. But it goes on a deeper level than that. It's just so irrational to me. It's always been so, like, such a waste of time, such a waste of energy. Like, you know, if you were truly for the human race, right? Like, for like, you know, the perseverance of your tribe, nowadays, what you kind of want to do is make sure that everybody has the same opportunity. Because if everybody has the same opportunity, that is more people in a work setting, there's more people in a learning setting, that is, like, you know, potential for a lot of more people to become smart and do things that will improve your life in the long run. It's something called, like, selfish, what is it, like, altruism or something like that, where you want other people to persevere so that your life gets easier. Like, why, like, you know, the whole thing that happened with colonization of Africa was fucked up, and so we, like, it would be in our best interest to boost them, boost the entire continent up. Like, I know they're doing well these, like, not well, but I know they're doing better these days. And many would say they're more civilized than many other continents out there. But we don't need to necessarily get into that today. And, you know, like, imagine having, like, that extra, what is it, billion people, maybe 2 billion people, who are on, like, you know, humanity's side and who want to, like, you know, more people researching incurable diseases. You know what I mean? Like, you want to persevere through diversity, man. You want to persevere through everybody being able to learn together, and have more people working for the betterment of your fucking future. Like it's there's nothing bad about it. Like I don't know. I don't know. Again, I understand it's a very like, you know, maybe childish take of being like, you know, why is everybody so mean to each other? Let's all work together. And like it gets made fun out of a lot, and I know there's like, you know, more to it. Like I know that some conflicts aren't as simple as just like you're a different color than me. I know some conflicts are like based on like, you know, years of oppression. I understand that, but there's just it's not worth it, man. Like think about all the people like 1,000 years ago that were going to war over like what part of the Bible was correct and what part wasn't. We don't even know those people, man. Those people don't matter. They put their lives on the line to like say no, the New Testament is the cool one, the Old Testament is boo boo. Like we like all we know is that now it's divided into two. We don't give a shit. There's so many like little things in history that may have changed, but that there's just no impact. And I think that's just like, if you want to move on, if you want to be like, if you truly want to like, you know, your white family to persevere, give jobs to the people who aren't white. You're gonna have robots in your house doing all the work for you, you lazy son of a bitch, because all of these other people are actually out there working and learning and working to improve humanity. Okay? Sorry, is that a little hard to hear? Is that a little hard to hear that your trailer ass? Look, I'm not all people who live in trailers are bad. Obviously, like that is such a stupid thing to think about. So it's called generalization. It's called an ad hominem attack. I'm creating a straw man person that I'm getting mad at. Okay, like obviously there are some rich people out there who are still racist. Okay, so like we're torching everybody. We're not just, you know, dividing them based on their economic class distinction and telling the poor white folk to, racist white folk in particular, to go fuck themselves, okay? That's all I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. And, you know, it's always been a struggle. And I understand that, like, you know, people with autism have this sense of justice. And some people might be like, oh, so what, you're like you know, a paragon of good morals? No, not necessarily. It simply means that we want, like, everything to be fair, I think. At least that's what I've heard, like, other people say it as. And it means that we take that to the extreme. So I'm not saying, like, it's an amazing trait to have, or you know, it feels great. It's simply just a factual thing, I think. Simply, you know, since there's a pattern, that means that it's something that happens often. Like to give more examples of it, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't understand racism, or it doesn't just mean that I don't understand racism because of the fairness thing. It also means that, you know, if I see a friend getting, or some workplace environment is the perfect example of this, right? Someone with autism might struggle against people in positions of power because and I've gotten in trouble for this before, if I see somebody in a position of power treating their friend in a specific way and then treating someone who isn't within their inner circle for doing the same thing in an extremely different way, that shit grinds my gears. And I'm sure it grinds anybody else's, but it's something that I can't be quiet about. It's something that I see and I'm like, you need to go fuck yourself. What the fuck are you doing, you moron? And obviously I'll get fired for that. Which, you know, has been known to happen not exactly with work environments, but definitely with, like, social environments. I've definitely been, you know, ostracized before simply because I wanted everybody to be treated equally. And whenever an injustice happened, I was like, this is fucked up. And it's, you know, again, and this is another, like, you know, good-ish example, I guess, but it doesn't... like, as in morally good. There are more examples out there that just aren't just moral. They're just like a thing about treating everybody the same, and it's not necessarily a problem. But yeah, I can't think of the example right now. I saw a video of someone, you know, of an autistic person who gave a few examples of what that sense of justice is like, and yeah, if you ooh, hello, Minerva. I see, because I can't fucking shoot all the time. Oh my god, this is so frustrating, man. I hate this weapon. All right, guess what? Come here. You're taking no damage. You're taking no damage. I'm a master main. I've done this to myself. Oh my god, this is awful! This is awful! I need to just go. 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 Whew.
Execute attack order Gamma.
I'm executing attack order. Fuck yourself, Minerva. Die, 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 die. You. I need my master. I need my master back. I need to go back to a shop. I need to go to a shop right now. Is there a shop between here and there? There's no shop between here and there. Wait. Maybe I'm mistaken. No. Oh my god, leave me alone. Volcano? Good night. GGN? Good night, Volcano. Is this anything? That was a hunter class mod, but it didn't seem to have 5 lines of things on it, so I might be a disrespecter. I know I could have spawned a car over there, okay? We're waking up. Oh, that was a bit of a real rant, huh? Perhaps not the comedy that the morning is intended for. We went straight into like 6 o'clock news with that one. But I don't know. It's things that seem, you know, obviously important in a way to talk about, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to bring it up. But it's also about interest, right? It's about, like, we all talk about things that either interest us or are relevant in some way. And you can't expect anybody else to just be like, I can't, I don't know. Look, I was gonna make an argument for it, but I'm losing interest in my own argument, so. You guys ever have that? You guys are ever, like, either arguing with yourselves or with another human person, and you're like, oh, this isn't worth it, man. Never mind. Look, I concede. There's nothing, it's a nothing burger that I'm not, I need a certain level of hunger to eat. And I simply don't have the stomach space for it. I don't know why I'm picking up weapons.
Feel it.
I think it's simply because I need to find those lockers again. Where are those lockers with all of the goodies? You know what I'm talking about? You know what though? Oh shit, I'm down. You guys ever go into an autopilot mode? Ah, fuck. And you know, you're doing a task, and then this happens with driving a lot, right? I know I'm a passenger princess, but you know, isn't it a fact that like most accidents happen whenever you're close to home? Like it's kind of screwed up how we get into like. It's either a sense of safety, a sense of, you know, routine, nothing ever bad happens, then therefore nothing ever bad will happen. And nothing bad can happen to you, right? Isn't that also a thing? Like, bad things only happen to other people. They never happen to you. Therefore, like, you know, the seatbelt rule is there for other people to follow, because I know that if I, you know, if I'm in a car, I'm never gonna get in an accident, because I'm God's perfect princess. I can drive without any issues. But, you know, other people must wear seatbelts because they're bad at driving and they're bad at living. I'm gonna die again. Oh my god. Alright. Where's my shop? We're almost done. Right, we need to run through this fucking area. I'm gonna gun it. I'm sorry. I need to hope that the match are still available at the shop. That I don't know if the items disappear whenever their shop resets or whatever, but I'm in desperate mode. This gun is awful, and I don't know why I ever thought it was okay for me to use it. I need if oh my god, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna lose my mind. God, you guys are just like keeping up with me, huh? You guys got stamina for fucking days? Alright. Let's get in the middle here. Let's get in the middle. Throw some shotguns down. There we go. Oh my god, it's so bad. Just keep those grenades going. Keep yourselves alive. Oh my god, you guys are... They fly now, man. They fly now. You guys ever watch the new Star Wars movies? And like didn't really mind them because you were watching them as more of a roller coaster ride rather than a, you know, concise and well-developed piece of media. You guys have the ability to disconnect yourselves from a franchise slash, you know, line of thing that you love so much that you maybe become a little bit too critical over everything that they do. And you know, what's the problem with just having a guy who breaks the window and floats through space by using the Force? Isn't the Force like a magical thing anyways, and anybody can wield it? And does it undermine a little bit of, like, you know, Darth Vader's whole arc? Yeah, but does it really matter in the end of things if you had a little, like, if it brought a little bit of joy to people and if it had some cool graphics to it? Oh. Look. I understand the hatred, right? Especially the prequels and stuff like that, but people change their tune pretty quick. Like, people are always hating. So I wonder if this is gonna be another thing where the movies only get, you know, and I'm not saying appreciated, I'm not saying rightfully, you know, redeemed, but I am saying, like, you know, accurately critiqued. Because I feel like, you know, the franchise was just for people who loved it already, or, you know, that's what people wanted, but it was perhaps, you know, going for a new audience, which I know it's not kind of what you do if you're making a sequel, because you're kind of banking on people having watched everything beforehand. But, and look, I know that the stake alone, like, as I'm talking about Star Wars, I'm like cultivating a hatred that will, end with me being doxxed and killed. All right, like, am I particularly, you know, thrilled with that endeavor and knowing that that people are gonna be sending like SWAT to my house? No, but it's a free world in like a lot of it, and so we talk about our. It's just a movie, man. Like, and again, look, I hate shit that isn't you know, cohesive either. And I hate seeing like a product that I love massacred. Don't get me twisted, right? Like, I understand, but at the end of the day, if it's not for you, you don't need to, like, you know, burn witches at the stake. You can just be like, yeah, it was shit. Oh well. Like, but going on these heated, like, you know, essay-length arguments over years and years on to anybody who, you know, doesn't share the same opinion as you is a little fucked up, man. And I know the whole reason is that you have nothing better to do, so I get it. Your whole personality is based on, you know, what color lightsaber Mace Windu should have. And look, like, we've all been there. we all have our thing, right? Like, if this turns out to be your little autistic